This man will take on Oscar Souza for the Titan FC Heavyweight Championship Friday night. It's a rematch. Last one was kickboxing. This time it's MMA. He is Alex Nicholson. Thanks for joining me today, man.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Just wrapping up training camp, and I'm very ready to do that. What you just said, very ready to go visit Oscar.
Let's take that back. Obviously, I said the last one was a kickboxing match. This one's MMA. The kickboxing match, a little bit of controversy. I'm sure you've spoken about it a ton, but talk to me about what was going on when everything sort of stopped. What was going through your head? Obviously, standing 8 count was supposed to happen. The guy fucking jumps out of the cage, thinking the fight is over, and you guys are standing around for what seems like hours. What was going through your head during all of that?
It was just madness. I mean, I was telling myself to remain calm, and I did. I did that. I remained calm, and we got through it, man. I had a similar thing happen. The fight I had before that with Gamebred, I fought Tony Lopez, and I dropped Tony with a big left hook, and the referee jumped in and kind of stopped it after I ground and pounded him, and he got up and argued that he was ready to keep going. So we did continue. If nobody's seen that fight either, but similar thing, Oscar Sosa. We were doing a kickboxing fight. Um, he hit me with a big left hook, um, and I fell. And as I was getting up, he started ground and pounding me during the kickboxing fight, like you said, jumped over the fence, and I was still ready to go. I was still competing. I jumped up. The ref trying to grab me. I kind of pushed the ref out of the
Yeah.
way. But after that happened, then I was kind of, like, what the fuck, man? I'm here to fight. I'm not finished, even if it was an MMA fight. I was still ready to keep going. I mean, props to him. He did a good job. But then he kind of fought like a coward the whole rest of the fight. He did everything he could to delay the time and have it continue. I dropped him twice, and he just did everything he could do to quit. Um, and I beat on him. That happened the first 30 seconds of the fight. Then I beat the shit out of him for 14 minutes and 30 seconds after. If you haven't seen it, you can watch it. It takes like an hour to watch it. Anybody who's listening. Um, but it was entertaining, and that's the most important part of all this here. It was very entertaining, and it was, he was smart in his approach, but this is an MMA fight now. I took a kickboxing fight on short notice, kind of out of shape, to be honest, and I beat him up. And now he wants a rematch in MMA, and this is very exciting. I haven't done an actual normal MMA fight in 3 fucking years, and I'm really, really good at it. So I'm happy I'm going to be able to showcase that. And shout out to Oscar Sosa. It's impressive that you want to do this again with me, especially what I'm good at. So you're a crazy motherfucker. I'm a crazy motherfucker. Let's get some crazy.
Whoa, what's going on? I'm losing you. Just a sec.
Been
Something's
thinking
going on.
about him. What's that?
I said I was losing you there for a sec. Something was going on. But you're there now.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But it was crazy. To answer your question, we'll bring it back to the original question. It was madness, and if I didn't remain calm in that environment, um, he's a big dangerous dude. He would have dropped my ass. But I'm a veteran, and I'm better at this shit than him, and I'm gonna prove it. So I'm
For
glad we get to do it again.
exactly, like you said, it's the first time you've stepped inside the MMA cage. Well, you've been inside the cage, but it's the first time you've stepped inside the cage for MMA in 3 years. Prior to this last fight, it was bare knuckle FC. What made you want to get back in there for MMA?
Just the opportunity. Um, I want to get back in there to prove to the world that I'm one of the best heavyweight MMA fighters on earth, and I've been training. I've never stopped. This isn't a fight camp. It's fight life, man. This is my life. There's no fight camp. There hasn't been since I started, and I've always been able to fight since I started doing this shit. I mean, you either got that in you or you don't. You have the spirit of a fighter and a killer, or you're an athlete that plays at fighting. I enjoy fighting. It's not a big deal for me to get up and go in there and fight. Every single time I've ever fought, it's been a fucking fight, whether I win or I lose. And that's what the fans like from me. That's what they like from Mike, you know. We've been doing this shit together since the beginning, and we fight. You have guys that are in this sport, and they're in it for other things. They're in it for money. They're in it for, glory. I'm in it to get in a good old fashioned fucking fist fight, and I enjoy that. And I'm a martial artist. Um, I love the truth of fighting, and I'm very very excited to get in there with the guy who I don't think enjoys it.
It seems that way, and judging by your Instagram and all that kind of stuff, it seems like you love to fight. You just love to get in there. You love to train the guys around you. You can tell that that's the case. And this past week, I noticed you've had your son with you as well. How big a part has that been leading up to this fight to have him by your side this whole past week?
It's been a blessing, man. Motivation at its finest. Not a lot of guys could handle having their kid with them. I know a lot of guys who just go away. They leave their families. They make it some big deal, and cool. That works for you. I've always had my son around since he's been born, and I tell him what's going on. I'm honest with my kid. A lot of people think it might be too savage, but this is my life. This is my lifestyle, and I love my life, and I love to show him the way. And having him with me is such a blessing. It's my little man. Um, Definitely don't want him to fight, but what parent would want their kid to fight? Man. But having Odin by my side been everything. It's been everything, and that's why I do it to feed that little man. And I am gonna do what I have to do that. A lot of people don't realize how dangerous that makes you when you don't do this for residual income. When you haven't done anything else in your whole fucking life except get in the cage and fight a man to feed yourself and feed your family. It makes it a lot different than it is for other people. I'm alone too, man. I don't have another person making an income. It's just me. Um, so it kind of brings a whole another element of danger to you when you go in there. You think about it a lot different when it's how you feed yourself and feed your kid. But you know, he's helped structure me. His mom had to do her job, so I had him the whole camp. And I'm gonna bring another belt back for him. And I told him that. So and he's a savage. I can't come back and be like, "Oh, I got beat up, dog. I didn't get the belt."
Did
He'll
you
roast
two
my
did you
ass.
two watch her fight over the weekend? How tough was that for you guys?
Um, I turn the fight on. I don't force my child to, you know. Obviously, he likes watching fighting sometimes, but he knew his mom. He was on TV, and she got caught. It was very tough for me to watch.
Of course.
It's different. You're not a fight fan watching another athlete. Even another dude. It's very different. As for me as the mother of my child, but I've been in there and I know how she is and who she is, and um, she'll get back there, man. She's a tough, tough girl, and that's part of our game. Anybody that's watching or um, a casual fan could say whatever the fuck they'd want to say about her, even if they tried to make a joke of it. But she's fighting at the highest level, um, and that's just part of our game. It's not fucking football. It's not basketball. It's not a team losing. When you lose, it's just you and your health is on the line. So it's a very serious thing. So it's kind of disgusts me as a martial artist when I hear people make jokes and shit like that. But Hannah, very proud of her, and she's hell of an athlete and a fighter, and she'll be fine, man. But it was tough to watch, man. You know, whenever Mike fights or Hannah fights, we started the sport together. Uh, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know it was me, Mike Perry, and then Hannah came along, and we started together as amateurs and took off professionally, and it was just the three of us. So, you know, Mike called me right after too, and it's tough to watch, bro. Stuff
You
like that.
talk about that starting your guys' careers together. I noticed your amateur record was not the greatest of records, and I wanted to ask you about that earlier, but it sort of I sidetracked myself. What made you turn pro after a not so glorious amateur record?
Well, as an amateur, I had close to like 50 amateur fights, man.
Oh wow.
Oh, I kickbox. I won. I did Golden Gloves. I boxed. I did Muay Thai. Um, MMA. When I started in MMA, back in the day, you weren't allowed to ground and pound in the state of Florida,
Yeah.
and all I was an athlete, man. I didn't know, so I got submitted a lot. I mean, I got choked unconscious too because I had no quit.
Of
And
course.
that was so crazy, you know. Robert Reed beat my ass twice, and he was a good friend and coach of mine. I got choked out by a guy named Garrick James, who's a big, tough, strong guy. Um, but yeah, no, MMA, I didn't do well. I think I had a few knockouts that were like nice and quick, but for the most part, I got taken down and got my ass choked out as an amateur because I didn't understand jujitsu. But and Mike would win a lot, and I would lose because Mike was good at jujitsu. So it was my dad, and my amateurs, and we'd be riding to like Port St. Lucie or West Palm Beach, and I'd be in the back seat, like I just got choked out, drinking like a fucking beer, and they're up there celebrating, and I'm like, "Fuck you guys, fuck you and your jujitsu, Mike." Good times, but no, all those losses helped me, you know, as a pro, really hone in, man. I learned, man. A lot of people don't. They're not fighters, like we just kind of talked about. They don't. They don't like fight. They don't enjoy it. It's like the craziest thing to me. Like I get it. It is like yeah, you're nervous a little bit, but some people get so fucking nervous that it's mind blowing. Um, I'm like, why the fuck do you do this? Like you could do something else. Like you really could do something else. You know.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
all those amateur fights is what I'm trying to say is they helped me become the professional athlete I am today. Every single one of them, they molded me. Um, yeah, and it's when the worst things that can happen to you in the sport happen, you just become fearless, and you either figure it out and get better, or you just become, you know, you just get beat up and fighting. I mean, you'd be hurt. You get better, or you get better, or you get hurt. You know,
Definitely. And as you
and
said, it's
that's
happened a few times.
yeah. I mean, my father used to say to me and Mike, "I don't care how good you guys get, you're gonna get fucked up doing this shit." We should make a shirt. We should get a T-shirt made. Shout out to my father, Mark Nicholson. You get fucked up. You get fucked up doing this, shit.
No
And he would
kid.
say it so he would say it so passionately. It was almost like he didn't swear when he did it. Like he'd look you dead in the eye. He'd look you dead in the eye. You get fucked up doing this shit, man.
All right, let's get back to this fight. It happens in the Dominican Republic. Are you over there? When do you head over? Do you need to acclimatize? Does any of that even matter to you? It's just get inside the cage, get the job done, get out of there.
I think it's gonna. There's no way that it's hotter there than it is here. No way. Humidity. I mean, fucking. It's like during the day, sometimes after training, I'm like, I'm gonna go outside and run, and I do. And then I'm like, it's just not. You're gonna die, bro.
Yeah.
tough. You can be as tough as you want. You run out here and get a heat stroke, bro. But I've been training hard, going up and down the stairs, doing my runs, all my strength and conditioning. You know, it's been a life of this, man. It's not, like I said, it's not fight camp, it's lifestyle for me. It always has been, it always will be.
Whoa.
Um, but I'm ready. We leave Wednesday. Me and Mike are very excited. We're very, very excited to go to the Dominican Republic. I'm very happy to have Mike back in my corner. It's been a while, and we've been training together. He's getting ready for MVP, and I don't feel anything but excitement and good things to come from this journey. And I'm excited to see what's next, man. I feel good. You know, I keep telling myself I'm smart, I'm beautiful, I'm successful. Everything's gonna be great, man. And you know, I even got a goatee right now. It looks pretty fucking wild, you know. I had a goatee, bro. I'm excited. I'm the goat, so I have a goatee.
There you go. Now, as we said, you've fought this guy before. What'd you learn from that first fight that you're going to take into this one?
That he's a dirty little son of a bitch, and he's gonna try to be a dirty little son of a bitch again. God bless him. You know, not a martial artist, but you know, it's cool, bro. I'm ready for you. And if you think you can beat me, we're about to find out. Um, I'm. I don't see it going any other way than me getting my hand raised, but we're gonna find out, bro. We're gonna find out.
Obviously, I'm sure you don't want to leave it in the hands of the judges.
No, you know, his uncle was refing the fight last time. I'm sure he's got some that are into officiating as well. You know, so I think we're bringing our own ref this time. So you know, and I'm not saying anything bad about the Dominican Republic either. The fans were great. You know, it was a good setting. It was just wild the way shit played out between me and Oscar. I'm excited to go down there and put on a good show. I'm thankful to be able to do it. It's a beautiful place. But me and this dude have unfinished business, and I think it's exciting for the world to tune in and watch it. You know, so make sure that you guys do. I'm gonna beat this guy's ass and leave there. There's gonna be no question in my mind.
So you fought for a ton of major organizations, as we've said. Bare Knuckle FC. You fought for the UFC. This is your Titan FC sophomore appearance, if we'll call it that. Your second fight for them. What's the ultimate goal coming out of this one? What are some of your short term and long term goals following this fight?
I mean, Titan FC is a very big, prestigious organization. You know, it filters a lot of guys into the UFC, and this will be my second title with them. You know, one in kickboxing, one in MMA. Ironically, beating the same guy. Uh, but I mean, it's not like it's an easy fight. He's a tough dude. You know, but I'm gonna make it look easy, and that's just showing my level. I could go into any gym in the world and compete with any heavyweight in the world, and I think I'm one of the best in the world. And I've had my trouble, a lot of it self-induced as I've become a grown man. I've realized that a lot of the problems that have arisen in my career were because of things I've done, and I'm smarter. I know what I can and can't do. I have a kid now that I have to provide for, and I'm a professional mixed martial artist. So I'm hoping that I'm showing everybody who's watching me, my fans, the people who like me, dislike me, whatever, they just like to tune in and watch. It's what pays the bills. I hope that I'm proving that I'm at the highest level and I get the opportunity to make enough money to keep doing this because um, it's rough out here, bro. It's rough for everybody, but you know, if you're not one of the biggest organizations, it's hard to make a living doing this. And after this, it needs to happen. Bare knuckle, UFC, one championship, whatever. I know that there's an icon fight in Mississippi that I'm gonna fight on after I take Oscar out, so that'll be short term. But the long term goal, obviously, is always winning a UFC strap, man. It's the most prestigious thing you could do. And right now, you know, 205, light heavyweight, even the heavyweight division, I know I'd beat a lot of those guys. And that's not being cocky. Most people in every gym across the world that you would talk to will agree with what I'm saying. And I don't think that's me being cocky, man. I've proven it. And that bare knuckle shit, man, I'd beat the fucking shit out of those guys. They know it too. Like they don't fucking want that to happen. Feldman wants it to happen. I've been in contact with him. He's a very nice guy. But I look at this man, like I'm telling you, knowing what's happened to me in my career, in my life, and I know I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers on earth. Uh, and I don't, I just don't care as much anymore. I'm not egotistical about it, but I want to get known for it and compensated for it. Of course, man. Of course. Who doesn't,
Yeah,
want to get
definitely.
paychecks off passion?
Exactly. Yeah, you do what you love. It's never a job, they say, right? So, you said bare knuckle could be a possibility. You said the UFC. Have you had correspondence with the UFC at all over the past few years since your release?
Yeah, man. I mean, I know all of those guys and all of these organizations, and we've all been in contact. It's just technically, I'm still illegal in the United States. I'm I'm still a pirate,
Yeah.
but I've been honest. I've been in touch with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. 4 year suspension for your first offense was unheard of.
Yeah.
And we still have another year. It's insane to me that it's been this long, but I think that's a testament to me being a real martial artist. I stayed diligent. I stayed fighting, and I didn't quit. And I was honest about everything. So how could you hate on that? How could you hate on me for being an honest man? I'm a man of God, bro. I don't. I might not be the best in the world. Might not be the best Christian in the world, bro. But no matter what your religion is, it's all close to the same story, man. So I think God is so real, bro, and I'm doing my best to do good by everybody I come in contact with, and I've really hit this realization that that's what life's about. But I've always been honest and transparent about everything, and I admitted when I fucked up, and I'm working very very hard, man. I'm tired, bro. You know what I mean? I've been training fucking so hard, and I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm doing everything right. And I used to think like that was such a big deal, and now I'm like, this is my job. I'm thankful to be alive and doing what I love to do. So I hate when people make excuses. It's like you have the opportunity to fucking do this. You either love it or you don't, and I do love it, man. I love it so much. I love that I wake up and I don't go to work. I go to the gym, and I've been doing that for 10 years now, and that's amazing. There's been ups, there's been highs, there's been lows and ups and downs, but that's fucking life. And I'm still young. That's the thing a lot of guys don't realize about like me and Mike is we're 30 years old, bro. I just turned 32. Mike, we're young, bro. We do this fight
100%.
healthy. I could do this shit another 15 years. Uh, do I want to? Probably fucking not. Probably not the smartest decision health wise, but I love it. And I don't see it going any other way. I'll do it till I can, man. And I'm
Like you say,
thankful.
you love it, and you must be grateful that some of these organizations or a bunch of these organizations have given you the opportunity since you said you are still a pirate in the United States?
Oh, 100%. 100%. That was the biggest problem of my journey through this life. Is when it all happened, I was like, why the fuck? How dare them? How dare this happen? How can they do this to me? This isn't me. This wasn't my fault. Then, after looking in the mirror for about a fucking year, I was like, you stupid piece of shit. You're doing fucking. Like, it wasn't really just the steroids, man. I was on a lot of drugs. I was just on a downward spiral. When I had my son, I was dad of the year and I wouldn't do shit. But then the weeks I didn't have my son, I was just depressed and, you know, living the life, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I wasn't having fucking fun. I was having a lot of fun. It wasn't conducive to what I was trying to do with my life. You can't serve two masters. Um, you stay true to the game and you work hard, or you fuck up. And I fucked up, but I'm still young and I'm so grateful. I see good things. I'm intelligent. I'm not a stupid guy. I have learned, and I'm lucky that I have the opportunity to do that because I've known so many people who haven't. And that's a whole nother story, though. That's a whole nother side of it. But it's
That it
it's
is for
just
sure. I'm sure we could definitely get into it, but no need right now. You said, obviously, this MMA fight, we don't want it to go to the judges. Let's move away from your fight. Before I let you go here, let's talk your buddy Mike against MVP. How do you see that fight playing out? A lot of people think MVP could take the cake in this one, pick him apart from the outside, but it's bare knuckle. So we got to give Mike Perry the credit he deserves. You tell me how you see Mike Perry doing against MVP.
Michael Venom Page is a big athletic guy, and he's going to try to play his game. But I don't think he's going to be able to in that setting. Mike's an animal. It plays into everything that Mike's good at, and I think MVP also knows that. Like, and I see his interviews, and this is just my opinion, um, from the outside looking in. But I see MVP's interviews, and I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, if he can hit and run away, he'll live to fight another day. Um, but I think Mike's an animal. Mike's in the best shape of his life. He's in a very good headspace mentally. He's very, very happy with his life, and that's dangerous. Like me as well right now. Like, it's shown in my fights. The experiences of my life are showing in the cage, and that's what it is when you're a real good athlete. People don't fight, and so they don't know. You know what I mean? Fans don't. They don't know, man. They don't know what this life's like. When you're having a good life outside and your head is on right and you're focused, you're a dangerous man. And Mike is a dangerous man right now, and so am I. And our energy is just there. Our spirits are there. And it's not a facade. It's not fake, and it never has been with us. That's what I've always loved about Mike, is a lot of people don't understand him. And I do. That's why it's even better for me, and it's hilarious when people fuck with it the wrong way, because I'm like, he's gonna fuck you up, like in real life. Like, don't, like, if you come up to me and I'm with, do I want something to happen? No. Does Mike want something to happen? No. We're adults. We're professionals. We do not want violence around our children. Now we're parents. But if you rub us the wrong way and push comes to shove, sure, I wish I was like Jesus. I wish I could turn the other cheek. But I'm gonna knock you the fuck out, and I don't care if it's in the octagon or at SeaWorld. Just fucking act. And Oscar so didn't act right, so I'm gonna have to fuck him up, and Mike is gonna have to fuck up Michael Venom Page, because how we paid, it's how we feed our kids, and I bless those guys, but it's our time, bro, and I'm very, very excited that he has the opportunity to do that, and I have the opportunity to do this, and good things are coming our way. Not because we're, you know, it's the way our sport is. We're gonna fucking take them.
Well, this fight is not playing out at SeaWorld, but it is playing out July 29th. He is taking on Oscar Souza. He's fought him before. He's fighting him again. Alex, thanks for your time, man. If you got anyone you want to thank, any shout outs, the floor is yours.
Shout out to the orca whales, the killer whales, man. Fuck, free the homies.
Good luck,
No, man.
man.
Uh, it's everyone who supports me, man. And thanks for your time, bro.
Definitely.
You caught me tired after I smoked the joint, bro. This is a classic interview.
It was